Hey guys, Ryan here, and welcome to the new series, Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations. Or is it Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth? Or is it Ace Attorney Miles Edgeworth Investigate? Whatever. Anyways, welcome. I have spent weeks agonizing over this because I could not figure out what to do next. And I was just like, you know what? This is the safe choice, and this is also a choice that I definitely favor over a bunch of things that could have happened or could not have happened. So anyways, I've heard that this game is pretty good. In fact, its sequel apparently has the best writing in the series, and is apparently one of the best games in the series by far. I don't know about this one. All I know is Edgeworth is the main character, and it's confirmed that we have feet this time around. So that's interesting. Let's get started, because I have no knowledge of this game. I know what his assistant looks like. She looks pretty damn cool. I don't know anything aside from that. Hopefully my audio problem that was fixed from last time. To make sure the defendant is found guilty. What other choice do I have? Oh no, not more Steel Samurai bullshit. I'm done with that. That may be true, but why? Why what? Why go this far? Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough, but a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. No matter what the cost. Wait, is that Edgeworth's office? Is that his suit? Is that who I think it is, or is this a different person? I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. Is this who I'm thinking of, or is it not? I'm literally pulling up a web page to see this right now. Give me 1 second. Okay, never mind. For a second, I thought that guy was, Matt on guard from the second case. Or not from the second case, but the second game last case. I thought that was the same guy. I'm like, how in the world? What? Anyways. Oh, look at the tiny Edgeworth sprite. I am tiny Edgeworth. Oh. I guess I kind of give him, like, he has the same voice as Sigurd. I haven't really had to voice Edgeworth much. I don't even think there was, like, a flashback to him. No, I think there was a single flashback in Apollo Justice. So I haven't really given him a voice. It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. Yeah, you're trying to depend on Gumshoe. I'm not sure if you're gonna get results, buddy. The door is unlocked. Detective Gumshoe? Oh, what's this smell? It's very familiar. Blood? The very first case is going to be in Edgeworth's office? What the? These books are out of order. What is the meaning of— oh shit, a dead body. What is the meaning of this? Freeze. What? Identify your— Edgeworth's being held at gunpoint, and he's like, tell me who you are, criminal. Shut up. You've got some nerve committing murder in a prosecutor's office. What? Why? Why would you do that? Is that a threat? That suit costs more than the gun, you know. Let me make one thing very, very clear. What? From my angle, I have 3 cravats. You may not be able to see this. But, did you— I don't give a damn about your cravats. Well then, another one bites the dust. No one gets away with committing murder in my office, no one. Except me. Well, time to put the PCP down. I'm seeing ghosts. My name is Miles Edgeworth. And I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrust into a multitude of cases in some very frantic and busy days. Well, this is a start. Start with a bang, I guess. I finished photographing. It's weird, because when I use his accent, I want to say oh, that's the forensics team talking. Hey, I finished photographing. Photographing, goddammit. The victim's body, sir. Very well. Please continue your investigation. Yes, sir. Edgeworth, sir, you okay, sir? Wait, is he bleeding from the top of his head? I can't really see that. It looks like on his sprite. I don't really know how to voice Gumshoe. Maybe I'd give him, like, the Sid voice? From, is that even his name? Sid? I'm trying to think of the guy from Gravity Rush. God, I forgot his name already. That's bad. Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. When I heard that a murder had taken place in your office, I ran up here straight away. This is Dick Gumshoe. He is a quote-unquote detective with the local precedent? He's the president of the United States now. And the one they assigned to handle the murder case for the time being. You're looking a little pale, sir. You hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine. I'm Edgeworth. However... look what they did to your office. It's totally trash. Wow, he really hasn't noticed the body, has he? I'll say the culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office. Whoa, sounds like you're getting really burned up over this whole thing. This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. Oh, that's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating. Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched into the forefront of my mind. Speaking of things that I don't know why I said pique my curiosity. Why, of all places, did the murder occur in my office? Whoa, this is a little different. I mean, I heard that there's no actual courtroom cases or anything like this, so this is gonna be a little different from what I'm used to. Is it really a coincidence that the murder took place in my office? Whoa, animations. I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind. Sir, you're just standing there talking to yourself again. Shut up, Gumshoe. Yeah, I was wondering about that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you? No, not really. Especially because of this. The key to your office? What do you mean, sir? If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you. Where the hell's that? By finding the connection between two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. That is the end result of using logic. How do you oh my god, are we really going over how to use logic? Is this a mechanic, or is people just being stupid right now? First, I recall information through the logic button, and then connect them together. Now, touch the logic button and recall the facts. I don't know why, but doing the Edgeworth voice, it really makes me want to pronounce every single word in a different way. That's not how it should be pronounced at all. Logic button. Whoa. Oh, is this Edgeworth's power? He can use logic? So far we have tell if they're lying, look at them to see if they're acting funny, and logic as our powers. I wonder which one is the most powerful of them all. Did you know that the office key belongs to my office? Damn, I'm smart. For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks. Really? Which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as a mere coincidence. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir. There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after? He was after my cravat collection. Down with them immediately. You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir. Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, may I stray far from the truth as well, I will shoot myself in the foot with this gun since the judge is not here. Sir, I don't really think that's a reasonable thing to do. No, I must punish myself. But if I think carefully before piecing leads together, the logic should flow. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we? It's after my name. Yeah, let's just go. Begin investigation. Alright, let's get going. The basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir. I know that. And when I want to examine something, I simply touch the examine button. Oh, if you ever feel lost and want to talk, just touch the partner button, okay? I'm your partner. I'll give you great, precise advice as an ace investigator, sir. Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. I guess talking to Gumshoe is that big of a waste of time. Oh, this is a neat little... Oh, and I can move via the touchscreen. Ooh, I like this. It's different, and I probably should get a controller for this or something. But, they probably should have just let you tap around the screen instead of this. This is a little weird, honestly. How do I... Okay, here. They finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine the area. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Let's see here. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area. It looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir. Oh, wait, that's Gumshoe talking. Stomach area, sir. In other words, he was shot. Yep, and until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that. Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene. Crime scene notes. Crime scene notes jotted down in my organizer. Are you gonna be okay with keeping track of the evidence we find, sir? Of course, I'm Edgeworth. This is the safest way I know to keep track of it all. Alright, if you say so. I keep all evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have to touch the organizer button. But the organizer isn't only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand in it too. It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often. Okay, let's check out the wallet. What do we have here? Hey, I think I've seen one of those before. It's called a wallet. Oh, it's a police bag. I thought it was a wallet. And he's like, I think I've seen one of those. It's a police badge, detective. Oh, hey, I have the exact same thing, actually. What a coinkydink. God damn it, Edge. God damn it. Okay, let's take a look inside. Mr. Buddy Faith. Buddy Faith, that's a name. Rank detective. Hey, where does Hat go? It would appear that our victim was a detective just like you. Where does Hat go? That's what I'm mainly concerned about, is the fact that his hat is missing from the crime scene. Whoa. Okay, then. Do I want to examine his crotch, I guess? Let's see here. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area. It looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir. In other words, he was shot. Yep, and until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that. Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene. Okay, that was much more simple than I had imagined. I thought we'd get something kind of grandiose out of that. The books, are they important? Your files are over the floor, sir. They promptly fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer. Like, where does everything even go? It just turns into a white dot and flies away. Oh, and I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this just rendered all the time and effort I put in pointless. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. Well, I watered the flowers every day, just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. About half a day every Saturday, I'd come in and clean until the place had sparkled. Does he have a life? Yeah, that really makes me wonder what Gumshoe does in his free time. Apparently, it's just clean for Edgeworth. Now I know. Okay, so let's go and start walking. I guess we'll talk to this police officer. How's it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. Fingerprint lifting is a delicate art. Well, I never. Oh, God. Edgeworth. Do you have anything to report? Sir, yes, sir. Nothing out of the ordinary right now, sir. And yet, there's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes. Talk about a contradiction. Something out of the ordinary, huh? I should look around a bit more. Yeah, I should probably look at this gun. God damn it, police. God, I can't. Okay, we'll go around. I love using the Edgeworth voice. I don't know why. Something about talking as such, like, pompous and above everyone, like Sigurd and Edgeworth, is just great. What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here. I think I've seen one of these before. Care to enlighten me as to where? Oh, I know. It was issued the exact same model, I think. Ah, detective. I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. But now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much, except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize it. So it's the same type of revolver as the one used by the precinct's detectives. I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. Are you gonna do that weird thing where you just stand there and stare into space smiling? Yes, I am. Yes. The killer's goal was the revolver. Victim was a detective. Revolver. So it was the victim's revolver, not his. The revolver, the standard model used by detectives. Could it have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? Yes, sir. On it now, sir. Excuse me, pal. Let's see. What have we got here? Mr. Edgeworth, sir, this guy was wearing a gun holster. So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Victim's revolver data, jotted down in my organizer. Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver. As I always say, you've got to look really carefully at each piece of evidence. You can use the scroll wheel to rotate an object. There's no such thing as a bad angle. Use the sidebar or the X and Y arrows to zoom in. Okay, yeah, we did this in Apollo Justice. Woo! There's a stallion on the side. Let's check how many bullets are in here. It looks like only one round was fired from this. Wow, so the killer killed the Vic with just one shot after wresting the gun from him. Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. I guess this is about all we're going to find out. We should send the body to the Oh. Jim? What? Oh, there's the killer right there. They showed his hair and face and whatnot. Why? Oh, why? How could this have happened to a guy like you? Are you alright? Don't touch me! Leave me alone. Just let me be. Well, bitch, next time I show emotion, it won't be a happy one. Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the dead body. The body? The body? Don't talk about it. Just like he's some lump of flesh. Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night. Sure. Just in a bloodstained suit, pal. Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Why, yes, I am. I'm Gyakuten Portsman. I'm probably getting that wrong, but prosecutor. Jim here was my partner in crime busting. I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I am also a prosecutor, just a slightly better one. Just kidding. Miles ahead. Sir, that was not funny. Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir. So you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office? Yes, that's correct. Then it was you. You're the one who killed Jim. Hey, don't go around jumping conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I will not. I know how things work around here. High prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them. And only the owner of the office has the key to his or her own office door. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who could have come in here was me, ho ho ho. Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means. Gumshoe, you're so innocent, there's no way you could ever kill anyone. So it was you then, you're Jim's killer. No way, pal, you got it all wrong. Everyone calm down. Mr. Portsman, correct. You're the real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. The investigation's only just begun, isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions? Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake, I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer, though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? I'm not touching your filthy hands, plebeian. A pleasure to work with you. You guys are conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on, then. It's your room, after all. Thank you, I intend to. I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there! Sir! Hey, how come we couldn't bother him, but he can't... I want you to capture this scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner, Jim. I should probably give them some space. Yeah, so he can tamper with the evidence. Well, let's keep examining things. I see no reason not to. Examine? I thought we could examine this chessboard. Chess table board thing. Examine. Ouch, ouch, they've even knocked over your chess set. I had it all set up, ready for you when you got back. I figured we could play a few games. I had no idea you were interested in chess. I'm actually pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give chess a try. In that case, I suppose I can set some aside after we solve the case. Though I don't expect the games to tax my mental acuity much. Oh, your jacket, sir. What's it doing on the floor? Oh, that's Edgeworth's jacket from when he first started being a prosecutor. I remember, it was in the third game. That's when he wore that, if I'm correct. It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round. So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well. They dared to shoot the ultra-special jacket that you made your prosecutorial debut in. What if they had shot through it? It would have been a disaster. It's not worth getting worked up over, Detective, not when there's something more here. Huh? Like what? I take it you haven't noticed it yet, Detective. There is a giant contradiction right here in front of us. Really? Oh yeah, the fact they only fired one shot. That's it. Did I say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him. But I have my own methods, and I will conduct this investigation my way. That's right. That's right, Edgeworth. Just do it your way. Shut up, Hobo Phoenix. You don't have a regular voice yet. When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off, that's when my deductive skills come into play. First, I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. Okay, there we go. I fixed the screen so I can actually see what's going on. This is it. The bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off, I should touch the deduce button with conviction. Come on, Zeno, that was a really light click. And when I have found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things. Would it be the crime scene notes? Was that? Eureka? He says Eureka? I guess that makes sense as he's investigating. Since he's investigating, but that's a little odd. After hearing the constant objections and hold it's over and over again. This is clearly where the contradiction lies. I don't really see what's wrong with that spot. Huh, you don't understand. You see, therein lies the contradiction. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. It'd be nice if you just admit when you're wrong. What? That wasn't a mistake. Oh, duh, of course, it'd be the gun, not the body. I know the contradiction, it's just... I presented the wrong piece of evidence. That's how I do things. Okay, yeah, it's the gun. I don't know why, I figured, like, my head jumped to, like, there's a bullet in the body, there's a bullet in the thing, that's how it would work, but... gun makes more sense now that I think about it. Eureka! God. This bullet hole is the contradiction. What do you mean, sir? It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim. And the second felled this frame. Hey, that's right. However, the gun was only fired once. Hey, that's true too. Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? More logic points. By the way, I noticed something, sir. Yes. Oh god, what are you gonna say? What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame? It's my super secret safe. Oh, it's a secret safe. A secret safe? Oh, I smell money. I'll spare us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. Now, if you could kindly move this frame out of the way. Roger that. Achoo, achoo, talk about dusty. I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while. I had no idea there was a safe here, right? I've kept it clean for you, sir. So, when did you put this thing in? It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one. Really? I had no idea. Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence. So what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth? Right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session. That's it? Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams. Now he'll never find my map to Treasure Island. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. All looks kind of suspicious. This smidge right here is the biggest thing. Now this is odd. You found something, sir? This keypad. Don't you find it to be a bit too clean? Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself. You there, the forensic scientist. Yes, sir? Could you please dust this area for fingerprints? You got it, sir. Couldn't find, let alone lift a single print. Looks like it was wiped down well. Secret safe data updated in my organizer. As I thought. It appears that logic is the only way to around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly connect the dots with the information we have. I'm surprised Edgeworth isn't being... Like, I know Edgeworth is an investigator and a prosecutor and all that, but I'm surprised he's not being questioned for this. Like, could Edgeworth have done it? I'm not sure. It just seems like even the police are kind of overlooking that idea. Oh, he has a little steel samurai thing. Is he into that? I guess he is. Huh. Examine. It's been a while since I've sat at this desk. Oh, how I've missed you. It's so tidy that it looks newer than when I first bought it. Hoo-hoo, yeah, that thing's so polished that it makes mirrors jealous. Don't tell me you had no other work the entire time I was away, detective. My job is to protect your office, sir. And you did such a good job protecting it that a murder occurred in it. That's harsh, sir. I can't be everywhere. I have to admit, the desk has never looked better, so I guess I can't dock his pay. Talk. How's it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. Would you stop bothering me? I'll leave the man to his art. Edgeworth's running animation reminds me... probably just Edgeworth in general, but it reminds me of like a Castlevania sprite running. I'd be surprised if they didn't just like take that as an influence. Okay, you need to go, weirdo. Mr. Portsman, a word if I may. Jim, I swear I'll find your killer and bring them to justice. You wait and see. I'll be there for the both of us. Now then, you wanted to talk to me about something? No, that's alright. I feel like I'm interrupting their conversation. I don't see anything else I can examine. Oh, duh, we're supposed to use... I don't think we can use the logic thing anymore. Can we? Logic. The killer's gold white fingerprints. Oh, there we go. I believe I have figured out what the murderer was after. Well, what is it, sir? The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe. Making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. Wow, you're so smart, Mr. Edgeworth. No one could have figured that out but you. Yes, excuse me for using common sense. I wonder if knowing that the motive behind this break-in was theft changes what the other piece of information can tell me about this crime. Signs of struggle. Motive theft in signs of struggle. Another handgun. I don't know, there's a lot of things that are off here unless I can connect 3 of them. Like motive theft, the culprit tried to open my safe. Was the killer's motive theft? Signs of struggle. My files are a mess, pointing to a struggle between the victim and killer. Another handgun. Other than the victim's gun that I found, could there be... Yeah. Well, I mean, aside from the signs of struggle thing and another handgun, why would they have to struggle if the guy had a gun? And why would he have to use... I'm gonna say signs of struggle and another handgun, because why would they even have to struggle to get the other guy's gun if there's another gun? Probably gonna get this wrong. Yeah, I got it super wrong, didn't I? I can't see a clear connection between these two pieces of information. I guess what it wants to hear is that, there'd be no reason for theft, or no reason for any struggle if the guy's motive was theft. There was no reason to go after and kill the other guy, making it not the intent of murder. So, did I get it right this time? Please? Oh, thank God. There's a possibility that the files splayed on the floor are not a result of a struggle between the victim and his killer. Oh, you mean like it could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir? Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen. Yes, sir, I'm gonna shelve the files like you've never seen before, even at the library. I'm sure, let's give that a try. Why do all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth. No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth. And, so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth? With evidence, you ding-dong logic face. First, we calmly restore the files to their rightful place. You got it. Here, let me help. So this file goes here, and the book goes there. Sure know a lot about where things go despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office. Because I'm the one who keeps tidy, pal. Okay, done. Shh. That looks great. Whoa. What's with all those handprints? And they're backwards, too. It's like someone was doing handstands or something. Or they were up on the ladder and they fell down somehow. It's super weird. It would appear that the murder was definitely committed here. Ugh, the bloodstains on the bookshelf are still fresh. I suspect that the victim was killed in his standing position, hence the prints on the shelf. And then the guy fell onto the floor, right? The blood on the floor is kind of grossing me out. Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now. But you know I'm no good with blood, sir. I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture. How the handprints are upside down, perhaps? The victim's handprints. He must have tried to support himself with his hands here after being shot. The prints on the floor, too. Those must have been made when unable to stay standing and he dropped to the floor. Oh, I kind of see it now. I see what it means. Those are his knee prints, right? It appears that the victim was in a sitting position here after being shot. Oh, so that's why the seat of the victim's pants has blood on it. That would be the logical conclusion. Oh, the bullet hole in here. So this is where he was actually shot. So this is where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim, huh? For the bullet to be lodged so squarely in a file spine indicates that the files were ransacked after the shooting had occurred. Then I guess the victim was moved away because he was in the killer's way. Okay, so that's good to know. Anything else I'm supposed to examine here? Put them all back, just as they should be, sir. Doesn't look like anything's missing. Although it does look like the killer moved the body to flip through my shelves. I wonder if they found what they were looking for. I don't know. Did they? I can't see anything really all that wrong here. The killer moved the body because it was laying against the bookshelf. Okay. Can we even logic things right now? There's also a deduce button. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Prosecutor's badge. Am I supposed to be pointing out a contradiction? Oh, this is much more interesting than Ace Attorney's way of doing it, I'd say. But, I don't know. Oh, duh, I see what it wants me to point out now. Okay, I thought that was a little funny just because I didn't really understand the position he was in. But if he was actually shot in the abdomen where he was sitting, then there would not be a bullet hole in there, like, right there. So, hold on. Wait, no, I have to move the pointer first. So here, and then deduce. I think I'm starting to get the hang of this. Is it connected to the evidence? Yes, it's connected to him. Eureka! I have finally found my self-worth. Oh, Edgeworth, you sound so weird. It's unbecoming of you. There's clearly a contradiction here, with this bullet hole. Well, what do you mean, sir? You don't see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole could be much higher up. What if the guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir? That would be illogical. The victim leaned against this shelf here after being shot, which suggests that he was standing when he was shot. Wait, then that means... Wait, what does that mean, sir? It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. God. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption. And it was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. What is the faulty assumption that caused the problem with the bullet hole's position? The position of the body. Wait, no, that's not right. Shoot, I should have said the handprints. I was looking more for the knee prints than anything, but handprints would be correct. I should be reading that, I'm sorry. I'm skipping through it because I'm trying to get back to the... There we go. I normally don't skip those little bits of dialogue. Position of the handprints. Position of the handprints is what's causing this problem. We wouldn't be in this dilemma if the handprints were closer to the ground. But the handprints are where they are up top. Yes, you are quite perceptive. That is why this is not a viable hypothesis. Oh, so it was just a what if. Then what's the right answer? You still can't figure it out? Allow me to explain. Yes, please, sir. Well, I can't believe I got that wrong once. The order of files? I guess that's it. I'm just... Okay, the game's just thinking differently from me here. Or differently from me, I guess I should say. The way I was thinking about things is just... Order of files, then. I believe the order of the files is a bit off. You're gonna put them back in the wrong order just now? Hey, actually, I think the labels on the files are wrong, sir. Oh? Yeah, you see here how the files that were shot begin with the number 0? What are those doing all the way down there after 1, 2, and 3? That's really weird. Actually, the way they are organized now is the correct order. They are exactly as I see them in my mind's eye. But the numbers are all out of order. Those white binders are special, so they are arranged a little differently. But from this we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. Aha, so that's it. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption just as you did, detective. Let's rearrange the files in the numerical order and see what we find out. Do you think it'd be okay to prop the body back up to how it was before it was moved? They finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it couldn't be, or wouldn't be. If you please, Detective Gumshoe. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be. The killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Faith. And then put the files back in numerical order, I guess. Exactly. And then proceeded to shoot the victim. Why would someone kill a man and then look through your files one more time? Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown into disarray twice, once before and once after the crime, but why? Now the crime scene is as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give another look. Ooh, what's this? A secret message. This is... What is that? Why does it say Gumshoe on there in blood? I'd say it's some incredibly incriminating evidence. Yes, yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed. No, wait, there's gotta be some mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, say something, sir. It appears that one of my files was stolen. Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation? Is this what the killer was really after? Well, Gumshoe's the killer. Case closed. Oh wow, you get all your health back after the investigation? Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. And this most important message managed to reach us. I'm telling you, it wasn't me! You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party. You are going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit. I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up. Jim's words, they're more than enough, wouldn't you say? If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning. You got it. I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about that man's attitude. Who wears a headband like that? That's just creepy. And there must be some sort of flaw to his logic waiting for me to dig out. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you gonna do? What I always do in court. Get owned by Phoenix, and then I'm going to cross-examine him. Oh, so they're still cross-examining. That's awesome. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with this technique. Oh, how could you do that? Can you explain it to me, sir? Might as well. Alright, first I listen to the witness's testimony. If I find a flaw in the testimony, something that contradicts the evidence, I open the organizer and present the piece of contradictory evidence. To present something, I simply touch the present button, but that's old news. But it's not like there's gonna be a flaw in their testimony every time, right? Correct. And at those times, I need to press the witness by touching the press button. Sometimes by pressing, I can draw out new information and new or modified testimony. I think I get it, sir. I'll be sure to try this technique out during investigations too. Very well. I'll even show you how it's done. Now watch carefully. Something about Edgeworth's eyes. They're just like half closed. It's so weird. Mr. Portman's logic. Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Further, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it will be fine by his final word. It will be by his final words that you will be brought to justice. I don't know why I'm having so much time reading this. Radiant Dawn has taught me to unread things, god damn it. You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer. I can hear Jim's voice, and he's calling out for his killer's arrest. Are you sure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Portman? There's no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit. I will find the flaw in the man's logic, and expose it with credible evidence. The only thing I have ever done, ever. I have never created evidence that isn't real. Okay, I'm gonna end this episode here, actually. It's been interesting playing this. Definitely. Very interesting indeed. I don't really have much to say so far. It's a little different, but for the most part, it's the same. The walking controls are kind of weird, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. But if you like this first episode, please leave a like. It helps out a lot and lets me know that you want the series to continue. And if you want to become a member of the Dust Brigade, just subscribe. Thank you, and see you on the next episode of Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigation, or Ace Attorney Miles Edgeworth Investigations, or whatever.